Hi, I'm Julie Felix. I'm your instructor for this course, and I want to welcome you to English 1301. This video is meant to give you a brief tour of our course, so I hope you'll join me for a little tour and we'll get to know this learning environment together. So first I'd like to start here with the home page, which is the page we're on now. This is the page that you'll land on anytime you click a link to our class from ACES. Note that there's an image here and some banner information followed by several icons. I will change the picture and the banner information from time to time, usually weekly, to update you. You'll notice that there's a series of icons, and so I'm just going to quickly take you through each. The first is the course orientation. This is similar to what this video is trying to accomplish. It's a brief introduction to the course layout and other resources that you'll need to succeed. You'll notice that there's a picture of each of the icons. Next is some guides and resources. So if you're new to Canvas or online learning, these resources could be helpful to you as a student to get to know some of the tools and applications in Canvas. If you're a returning online learner, you might find these guides useful as well if you're trying to learn more about a particular tool or function. There's some technical support here, requirements just in terms of technical software or add-ons that you might need to optimize your experience, and then a link to technical assistance. This will help you to get quick help with any technical difficulties you might be having. Hopefully you won't encounter any, but in case you do, this page here, I'll just click on it quickly, would be a handy one to print out and have accessible if your computer's not. There's also a help button right up here in the upper right hand side. You can also access technical support as well as guides to Canvas. Continuing on with the orientation page, there's some practice assignments I'd like for you to complete before the end of the week, and then some words of wisdom from former students. Let's navigate back to the home page. The second icon on our home page is the syllabus and course tools. You'll find a complete course syllabus, a brief week at a glance calendar, and again that link to technical assistance should you need it. Please be sure to click on the course calendar, course syllabus, and read it thoroughly. This will have all of the course guidelines and policies, as well as other useful information like our textbooks. There's also a link to download the Canvas app. So if you'd like to access the course while you're on the go, downloading the app can be a really great way to do that. A fantastic resource for online learning. As you navigate down to the end of the course syllabus, please make note of any questions or concerns or suggestions that you have and reach out to me and share those with me. So it's really important to take a really careful look at the syllabus, the course outcomes, a description of all the assignments, and whatnot. Let's back up one more time to that link page. This course calendar is just a week at a glance calendar that I put together for you. It just gives you a quick snapshot of what you need to accomplish from week to week. So this would be a quick way to just remind yourself of what we're doing and what needs to be completed. Another handy thing that you might want to print out. Let's click back and go back to the home page. The weekly assignments and instructions is a link to the weekly modules. So let me say a word about this. This course is designed from a standpoint of a weekly calendar. So we have 8 weeks of instruction, and each week will have its own module. And that's where the main instruction will take place in terms of the curriculum and resources that I'll deliver to you. Let's take a look at week 1 real quickly. This takes us to the modules page, which you can also access here from the course menu very quickly. You'll note that each of the modules is designed in a similar pattern. There's an overview, supporting resources, and then a second section called Your Turn, and that's where the assignments and activities that you'll need to complete are listed. Note that the due dates are here, as well as the point attribution. When you look at the overview, this is where I'm going to give you a synopsis of what we're working on during the week. The course outcomes will be listed, and corresponding activities or assignments will be associated there with it, so you can see what you're supposed to be learning and how we're going to try to do that. As you navigate through the overview, you might see a video from me, also additional notes and sort of information and insight into concepts that we're learning. And then generally I'll also offer another little synopsis here of what we're supposed to be completing for the week. You can navigate through the modules by going to the bottom and clicking Next, and that'll take you all the way through the module, one item at a time. You can also navigate to specific things just by clicking on them. You don't have to work all the way through the module. I highly recommend that you begin each week by going to the module, reading through everything carefully, making note of any questions that you might have, and reaching out to me if you have those for clarification. You don't have to read through everything every time you come into the course, but it's really important that you do so at the beginning of the week to make sure that you have a really good picture of what we're working on. The modules will generally open later on Sunday evening. The course will function from a Monday to Sunday calendar and beginning each new module on Monday. Let's navigate back to the home page. The next two icons are simply a collection of some handy links and resources. Handy links for writers are online resources I've located which I find are useful to people in this course. And the final one are resources at the campus. That will include a link to the library, the bookstore, a link to the office if you need learning accommodations, and a link to our integrity policy at the college. Finally, my contact information is right here, so if you need to call me at my office or come by and see me, that's where I'm at, or if you need to reach me by text or telephone, this is my cell phone number. So I've given you a tour of all the icons. I want to quickly mention that over here on the left-hand side is the course menu, and that's a place where you can just quickly go to specific topics or specific elements of the course. The second one here is the announcements button. Here you'll find any updates I have for the class. I have a welcome message here for you. Anytime I have an announcement or a change to an assignment or something I need to communicate to all of you quickly, I'll do so in an announcement, so be sure to check those frequently. The next takes you directly to the syllabus if you just need to check through that for any information quickly. Again, a link to the modules. The discussions area is a very important part of the course, so I hope that you'll get real familiar with this tool. You'll notice that anything that we're working on currently will be stuck here in the pinned section. Upcoming discussions will be listed below here. When you click on a discussion, what you'll find is that there is some instructions in this top window, and then as you navigate down, you'll notice that I've posted a topic for you. Whenever you're ready to respond to that topic, you'll just go down to the bottom and hit reply. And it's the same thing when you're responding to fellow students. You'll just navigate to the end of the message and click reply. The way to succeed with discussions, which are a major element of this course, is to respond to any of the topics I post and then to respond to at least 2 other students during the week. Generally, there will be 2 topics from me, sometimes just 1. So typically, you'll have 4 discussion posts to complete. My 2 that I've posted to the class, and then a response to 2 other students' replies. In order to earn full points in discussion, you'll want to be sure to come in and complete those discussions on at least 2 different days of the week. Now, discussions are due on Sunday nights, but let's not all get online and just respond to the questions and to each other on Sunday, because that really creates a blockage to the community of discourse that I'm trying to invite. Discussions are important, and community building is a really great way to enjoy this class. So let's really do a good job of coming in and engaging. I recommend coming in early in the week, responding to the questions I've posted, and then coming back a few days later and replying to your classmates. You might come in a 3rd or 4th time just to see how the conversation's going. Generally, discussions are fun, and they are also meant to really reinforce the concepts that we're learning each week. So when we're working on a particular mode of writing, I'll design the discussion activities around those modes so that they'll relate either to what we've read or to the concept in some other way. I try to make them fun, and so I hope that you'll find them that way, and I hope you'll really enjoy engaging with each other. And it's a good way to succeed in the class and really reinforce the concepts. Let me navigate back over here to the left, and we'll go on to the next section, which is the assignments link. This is another really important part of the course because this is where you turn all your stuff in. All of the assignments will be listed in the order in which they're due. You'll simply click on them to get the instructions. Let's take a look at the Dear Julie letter. I'll have instructions here for each of the assignments. And then at the top is a place where you can submit them. You'll simply click on Submit. If you've typed up your essay or your assignment in Microsoft Word, you'll save that to your own computer. You'll go here to choose that file and upload it into this section. If you have comments for me, you're free to type them there, and you'll submit assignment, and we'll give a time receipt so that you can see that it went through. It's nice to be able to turn your assignments in this way because you can access them from anywhere in the world, any time of the day. Even after you've turned them in, you can log in and take a quick look, and if you need to change something before the final due date, you can do that too. We're going to navigate to the grades section. This is the place where you can check your grades. I'm sure that's going to be important to you. You'll notice the point spread here on the right. Each of the assignments will be scored, and it will show you the point distribution here on the far right column. A neat thing about the grades tool is that you can do a little what if score. So if you want to see how your final grade down here at the bottom here at the very bottom, if you want to see how that would be impacted, say if you got a higher score in something, you would just click here, type in the possible score, and see how it would impact the overall grade. Don't worry, these are not permanent. They don't really change the grade, but they do allow you to kind of get a feel for how your grade will be impacted if you scored higher or lower on something. And the reason that's useful is if you completed an essay assignment and I've given you feedback and you've received a grade and it's not as you had hoped, then you have an opportunity to revise that. And if you want to see, sort of what the point spread would be if it went up a few points, then you can do that here. The next two links are quick little tools for you. The first is the People link, which gives you access to all the folks in this class. So you can take a look at your classmates and you can contact them here and look at their bios. There's also a Groups tab, and that will be important to you when we're working on peer review. And then the final link is the BrainFuse Online Tutoring, which is a new tool for us here at Canvas. It's an online tutoring and resource center. So if you'd like some help with your writing or other topics that you're studying in your courses, in your other courses, this is a great online resource for you. So you'll just sort of register here and take advantage of the online tutoring system. And that concludes our tour of the links and the icons. Note that over on the side you'll see that there are reminders of things that are coming up, things to do. So you'll want to keep an eye on this. And that is it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this tour of the class. I'm looking forward to sharing the course with all of you, and I will see you online.